Okay, 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 okay. Look at all those wonderful follows. How nice. How nice. So, number 80. 5th year of daily streams. How are you, internet? I must say, I was hoping for a bit bigger numbers on this adventure. But it is what it is. So today, we're gonna model, or sculpt rather. Sculpt something based on your suggestion. Does this work? That works. That's great. So at least that is ready. I wonder. I mean, I'd like to give like hard surface a try. I think that will be fun. I think that would be really interesting. Maybe some try to model some robot. Sculpting hard surface. Horrendous. The Tesla truck daddy? The big mama of Tesla trucks? No man, that's way too complicated for 30 minutes. Any topic is appreciated. If you want to suggest something. It doesn't need to be hard surface, mind you. It can be anything. I'll do my best to try to sculpt it. And we'll see where we end up. Hey Bruno. Bruno Romanos. How's it going? Hey Stones. What up? Is it Stones or Stonic or Stone C? Which one? Hey Zelin. How's it going? How are you? I'm open for suggestions, by the way. What? Give me a topic, we'll roll the dice, and let's get going. Like K. So Stonic. Sto. What's that? That's Russian, right? Right, Stonic. I got you. It's not Stones. It's Stonic. No topic? No one want to give me a topic? Oh, alright. I'll do something on my own then. Let's go for hard surface. Something. Hard surface something. Let's start the timer. Well, let's go. So I want to mention that what's his name? Miguel had his first stream yesterday. It's quite interesting to see the classic struggles of every first streamer. Technical issues, of course, and on camera awkwardness. Not so much for us, but I think it was, he felt a bit awkward. But that's very common. If you haven't done a lot of that, it's gonna feel very strange. Hey Miguel, how's it going? I was just talking about you, saying you had your first stream yesterday. How did it go, you think? Did you like it? Hey Captain Paus, Cosmoverse. Oh, all you fantastic people. How lovely. I quite enjoyed your stream, Miguel. It was very relaxed, but you sure took your time. Very slow and methodological, blah 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 blah. Methodological, something words I don't have at the moment. Mythological, no, method, going by a method, structure, methodological. Shit. Sometimes I surprise myself how utterly shit I am at English. It's probably something I've completely missed. A couple of words in there that, like, nope, I've omitted. You are fantastic. 10 out of 10, Captain Boss. Methodological, Pixel Rabbit. Thank you. A methodological. Miguel, yeah, it's classic. It's classic stuff. But I think overall you did well. I think it was a good stream. Definitely fun to watch you paint, and I always find it so interesting to look at other people's method. And I'm always surprised how a lot of people work differently from how I work. Like, I can't really I'm quite sure that everyone thinks like this, but for me, been doing it for so long, for me art has to be done my way, right? Which is so weird when you see someone else make art and build, and I can't help. I guess I have some sort of ADHD or something, but I get so frustrated watching someone else paint, and majority of all other artists, they have such a slow and methodological, shout out Pixel Rabbit, style of painting. Like, from the very beginning of your stream, and when you started painting the portrait, the face aspect of your concept, I was like, okay, we got ourselves a calm painter here. Stodic, no, I wasn't screaming at the monitor, don't do it like that. I mean, Miguel is a fantastic painter. He definitely knows what he's doing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the process of creating is so different between him between Miguel and I. I must say, this feels very, very strange. Very strange. But I'm weirdly enjoying this process. Yeah, Zealin. I was gonna mention that too, but I didn't want to talk about it on his stream. But I was surprised how low key you painted your values in. But I guess it's a part of your process to lay the foundation and then pop it. But nevertheless, like I mentioned before, when art isn't created in your way, like seeing someone else paint is always, it's always different. Which brings me to another interesting topic I was thinking about. Captain Boss, I don't think you can, because of he's just started.
I feel like I should say something smart.
Oh, Joe. Oh, Jesus. For those who don't know, So Much Monsters, aka Joe the Magician, is a fantastic 3D artist. Super. I'm always so impressed by his skills. 10 out of 10 would recommend you follow. And for some reason, which I don't know, whenever I experiment and whenever I go into a subject that I'm not comfortable with, I get rated. So today I'm doing some weird hard surface stuff, which I've never tried to sculpt before. So thanks for that, Joe. I do appreciate the raid. I have zero idea what I'm doing, and I have zero idea what it's going to be, other than something hard surface. I've kind of have this vague idea of an alien head with kind of interlocking shapes, but that's all I have. Shitty wizard? Oh no, definitely not a shitty wizard. Zealin, Miguel. Yeah, I really liked the stream. I think your stream will only get better the more you do it. And the only feedback I would have is things that you'll solve yourself. And positive feedback, it's like what Zealin said. Good audio, good fun, entertaining to watch. How was your stream, by the way, Joe? I saw that you were doing some of your standard magic on your shader. it looked like you did animated shader. Things are always harder than I expect. That's what she said. Yeah, I agree. Projects will always be, they will always surprise you with the amount of effort you need to put into it. Usually the things you think will go easy never goes easy. But you're working on a lot right now? Doing some pitching that's vastly overweighed my tool stuff. Oh, right. That kind of made me wanna. I've always wanted to ask you, Joe. Hey, Joe. Is what you freelance, or do you live on your tool sales, or you work in-house somewhere, or you are R&D for companies? Or I have a hard time kind of placing you professionally. Artistically, you, like I said, you're a wizard. That's not where the problem lies. The problem lies here, and for me, is where do you professionally reside? Miguel, the animation stuff it'll kick in. You'll sort it out, and the next stream will be even better. I mean, looking back at the years of me streaming, there's a lot of things I figured out as I went along. Are you Pro 42? Oh, really? You do like 2-3 months of consulting, and then you work on a startup? Oh, that is fascinating. The last couple of years. So you've been doing a startup. Is it announced, this startup? Why haven't I heard anything? And why haven't you told me? And why haven't you sold it on stream? Hey, good morning, Frogs. Melky, what up? Oh, you haven't really announced it. That's cool. Looking forward to see what you guys been doing. Oh, you're not looking for money yet. All right, that's interesting. So it's privately funded for now, then, and then when you got some strong candidate to pitch, you'll go hunt for money. So you guys are doing it on your spare time, this startup, then, I assume. Bootstrap. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, so much mustard. Not everyone has the balls to do that. Cheese and onion. Jesus. Hey, Gria. What up? So I want to ask you guys. I was thinking about this today, and having children, I have a hard time finding like time for myself to sit and sketch, other than like during work hours and so on. You know the how it is, if you don't know, you can guess how it is with children, right? Hey dad, look at this, look what I can do. Hey dude, look at this, look at that. You're not going to really have time to spend for yourself, which made me think about just draw on the kids. Why not? No, but where was I? Yeah, which made me think about how, or rather, what scenario do you need? Um, what scenario do you need to be in the zone to be able to sit and create, let's say in a sketchbook? Because as an example, right, in front of the computer, you can put headphones on and you can disappear. You can just go F off world and blast some music in your speakers, right? And then you won't have any issues forcing yourself into the zone. But is there any specific way you need to have in order for you to be able to with comfort sit and create in a sketchbook? I think for me, I cannot really sit in a cafe with people, like with other artists. I think I will always, with other artists, I will always end up talking with people, I don't think I would be able to just sit and sketch and without interacting with someone who's there with me drawing. For me, when I can sit and draw, is either on a train. I think on a train I have a very easy time to sketch. In kind of public places, but I think in order for me to be able to sit and draw uninterrupted, I need to be alone, which makes drawing when you have children, like in a sketchbook, very hard to do. I mean, I can force myself to draw something in my sketchbook when the kids are around, but it's never going to be the same kind of how you kind of, I guess, fold reality into yourself, when you sit there and draw. With children, you kind of like look around, you doodle something like, yeah, that's nice, that's good, son. Pro 42. Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to, and I would probably be a lot better at Blender. This is my first time trying hard surface stuff, so we are deep in the experiment hole here. So bear with me, but definitely sounds good. You use meth? Shit. That's hardcore right there. Because for me, there is always kind of like a routine involved, or a certain mindset involved in order for me to be able to at least be in a creative zone in a sketchbook. Captain Boss, yeah. I can feel that as well. So in other words, for you to be able to enjoy sketching, you can't be home. You can't hear your wife or see your wife or kid. because then you'll get removed from the zone. So much monsters. I mean, the kids. I mean, I can draw with them around, and I've drawn with them, but it's never the same. It's never the same, you know. Doesn't matter how much fun you have. It's never the same as all on your lonesome, um, you know, in the zone, sketching some fun stuff. So I was just curious if you've considered um, what you require to be able to be an effective creative state besides at the computer. Yeah, that's interesting. So you need to feel that you are able to relax, that you don't have anything looming. That's interesting. That's interesting. For me, a lot of times it's when I'm on a train or a bus, I think, because you're forced into this loneliness, kind of. And I think for me that works really well in terms of forcing me to be creative. Weird. So you draw at night, Captain Boss? Yeah, I do a lot of my drawing nowadays when everyone is sleeping as well. Because that's for me is one of the times where I can fully relax, and you know that no one is around. You don't need to do anything. You can just kick back and have fun being creative. I love to be alone. Zealand, that's interesting. Um, One thing that I've been kind of trying to talk to my son about is the importance of being bored, and I think that that is actually something where my creativity comes alive. Is when I don't have um, too much external input, so my mind goes, all right, this is boring, do something, right? So then my creativity, the aspect of my creativity activity comes alive, and I can entertain myself a lot more um, with the help of art or drawing in particular. And I think the downside of using phones all the time and so on is that we never really get bored, and that's when you know, we are not truly creative, or we don't get, we always, or let me rephrase that, we get constantly stimulated by the phone, that we stop searching for we stop searching for impulses or imprints or input. We just rely on the phone or TV or Facebook to entertain us. And that's what I've been teaching my son. Like, all right, now we switch off the machines, and now we do shit. I don't care what, you know, disassemble your RC car, build a crossbow. It doesn't matter. Just go do shit, you know. And the worst is when you're on a, when you are invited into a play where you don't need to invest yourself into. You can just observe, in the sense of video games or phone or Facebook or whatever, is that when you walk away from it, you have nothing gained. You have just gotten impulse satisfaction, you know. Pro 42, yeah. Full and utter panic rather than boredom. Stonic, yeah, exactly. It will keep him moving, it will keep his mind engaged. And I must say, though, he's really good at it. Even though I must be said that he absolutely loves games and PlayStation. I mean, which kid wouldn't? But he is also able to walk away from it, which is good. Which is, you know, all I asked of him is, you know, make sure that you are able to do shit when you're bored, and don't expect to get outside stimulants. Gria, yeah, I think too much social media is not too good for you. Frogs, my son is 12 next year. Yeah, 12 next year. He's 11 now. My daughter is 9. This is fascinating. I've never ever modeled hard surface stuff. I would have never guessed that this would have come out of complete random sculpting, first time ever hard surface attempt. I can see some flaws in it that is very, very shitty. The edges are all wonky. The shapes aren't really hard surfacey in the sense of clear, sharp forms. But compared to the other models I've done, I would say this is the sharpest I've done in terms of just, you know, hard surface. It's a helmet, yeah. Like there's the mouth, eyes. Bzz. Bzz. Let's see how it looks with light on. Probably horrific. Hey. Layout. Light. You. Rotate around. Shitty light setup. What? But that's a camera. I thought that was a light source. Well, I'm an idiot. But where did all my other light sources go then? That's shitty. Who knows? Pro 42. Cheers, man. It's a fun start. Let's put it like that. It's not anything to call home to your mom about, but not too bad, I would say. Not too bad. Working in-house is better as a beginning concept artist for us? Yeah, I would say so. Freelance as a starter you will never understand anything about the project. You will always be outside. Freelance for me is like when you've done training, you've become skilled and you feel like, all right, I can sit and work for this studio, or I can start spreading out my own wings. And that's when you should do freelance. You shouldn't freelance the first thing you do, I'd say. It's a good way of like making some money, but skill wise, I think you will only be stronger to have experience in-house, for sure. Gria, if I think good for creativity? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I paint, I think in 3D, like we did on yesterday on Study Monday. I do that all the time, naturally, when I paint. So I sculpt volumes in my mind. And that's why I, for example, doing an orthographic of my design is no problem. I already envision them how they are in 3D. So I just need to draw them. Doing sculpts in 3D just allows me to spin the camera and design as I go along. It's not a challenge in either way to the 3D to come up with something. It's just different issues. Like with 2D is the whole artistic hand obstacle. In 3D there's zero artistic hand and more a technical limitation of how do you manipulate the volumes in 3D, which keeps me from being fully freely creative. And in 2D, the artistic hand is what most of the time keeps me back. It's like, okay, I did that wrong. I did that line wrong, or the colors are off, or then you have to reset and repaint. Pro 42. Yeah, sculpting is definitely like painting is really. Getting hired as a concept artist is hard because there's a lot of people wanting to be a concept artist. So that's always the threshold you need to try to get around, right? A little bit more interesting shape there. Anyways, let's raid someone. How to get better than the FZD guys? Well, you don't need to worry about them. You just need to worry about you. Do you as good as you can. Don't do anyone else. I only have one. What did you do? Oh, all right. We're gonna raid. FZD, Feng Zhu Design School. It's a really expensive design school, but you walk away from it really good. But that's a little bit more Asian style, like noisy designs and pointy things, and not really Western. But still, they're very good. So we're gonna raid Zinilus, doing some comic stuff, I think. And I'm gonna get back to work. Good night if you're that part of the world. Have a fantastic day if you're in this part of the world. See you tomorrow morning. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the raid, Joe the man. Have a good one.